You're listening to the Valley Labor Report with David Story and Jacob Morrison.
There's something really big that's happening in my union as well. I'm a member of the American Federation of Government Employees, and so, David walked through the big story that's happening in his union, and now it's my turn. But the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services has given notice to more than 10,000 federal employees that they are being laid off. And so right off the bat, there's a question that a lot of you and a question that I had at first when I heard the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. What do they do? Like, are they, and so the answer is that they administer the country's immigration and naturalization system. So when asylum seekers come, they need USCIS workers to fill the paperwork. When someone wants to take their citizenship test, the USCIS workers perform it. This is an incredibly important agency, and the administration is looking to lay off more than half of its employees. The rationale is that there has been a budget shortfall driven by a lack of user fees being paid because of the pandemic. And so AFGE has been pushing for a $1.2 billion appropriation to meet that shortfall, and that has not happened. But that's much like the appropriation being proposed by the United States Postal Service. And these two requests for appropriations are similar in that they are a drop in the bucket compared to what has been given without strings attached, essentially, to corporate oligarchs. That was one solution, but another solution that just opened up was that DACA was saved. For the moment, anyways, by the Supreme Court. DACA applications cost $500 apiece, and there are thousands upon thousands of DACA recipients or DACA-eligible people that are ready to renew their applications. I'm not sure if that would completely make up for the budget shortfall, but it would be something. Instead of saying, hey, we want to not lay off these workers, let's go ahead and start filing these DACA applications, USCIS is still not taking DACA applications. They have also not signaled a change of course regarding the layoffs as a result of DACA being saved. So this is when we get to the grift. They don't want a solution. They don't want the gears of government to turn smoothly. They don't want to help immigrants who are doing literally exactly what they are told that they need to do. They're getting in line. They're paying their taxes. They're registering with the government because these folks, they don't reckon there should be a line. Remember, Bannon said that the goal of the Trump administration is to dismantle the administrative state, and this is what the administrative state does. Like, we need things to be administered. I mean, this is important work that happens. The administrative state does important work, and its destruction is detrimental to our nation. Not only the nation, but of course, it's terrible for the immigrants. It's terrible for the workers at USCIS. It's terrible for people in industries that these immigrants work at because they're going to lose their protections. But the workers at USCIS, I mean, my goodness, getting laid off in the capitalist dystopia of the United States in 2020 means what? It means you lose your health insurance in the middle of a pandemic. It means you get thrown on unemployment, the additional payments for which may not be extended. And without the additional unemployment payments, you're expected to be able to pay your own insurance or pay for your own hospital bills, which would be even more insane. I mean, this is just completely unnecessary, flippant, and extensive damage that is being done to public servants, to workers, to immigrants who are doing exactly the right thing, exactly what they are being told they have to do by these people. Completely unnecessary, flippant, and extensive damage being done to all of these folks, to these dedicated public servants, because they're being sabotaged by a malicious administration. That's the only way that you can describe it. It's malicious. They don't care about workers. They don't care about immigrants. They don't care about the well-being of the country. I mean, it's crazy. This is insane, laying off almost more than 10,000 workers in the middle of a pandemic. No health insurance. It's crazy. Folks, we've got one more segment. This is the Valley Labor Report. Stay tuned.